Hey guys, got a different kit. This one's a little different. You might have seen my other Easy series, the Sandmaster, that I had picked up. This is its brother, the AXXE by Kyosho. This one is very different. It doesn't come with a controller. You're supposed to use your cell phone as the controller. It comes with an iReceiver. Yeah, as you can see, it's like instructions, an iReceiver that you're supposed to control with your phone. So here we have the car. Now the only bad news I have with this car, I can't find a program to work with my phone to control this car. It is very similar to the Sandmaster, which is this guy here. Chassis are the same, shocks are the same. But this kit did come with the optional O-rings to make the spring dampers an oil damper. It came with the instructions for the iReceiver, which I can't find any software to work on my phone. Came with the T-wrench, came with long antenna tube, some old Orion pamphlet, some of their batteries, chargers, motors, and it came with the instructions. So what I'm going to end up doing with this car, I'm going to upgrade the oil shock to the oil shocks. Then I had acquired a factory remote that would have came with a different kit. Here's the receiver, here's the remote. You could have got it in a couple different versions. The iReady or the iReceiver version, which this is, or you could have got it with the remote. So I'm going to convert it to the remote version. And then there was also an optional FPV camera, however you pronounce that, that would mount right about here. And you would get that through your phone as well. I'm still going to look into that, see if I can get that working. But for the time being, I'm going to use the remote. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to take the truck apart. And I'm going to start with the shocks. And we'll see what this thing looks like from the inside. Hold on a moment. Alright, we just got the new receiver installed. We had it all bound up. It was a little tricky to bind up. So, we have our steering. We have our throttle. This was the old receiver that came out of it. Look at all that. I don't know what kind of plug you would call that. But this is the one that goes with the camera and allows you to connect it to your phone. So, I'm not going to get rid of this. I'm going to look into it. I'll be back with the shocks. Alright, so what we have here is a shock that has not been disassembled. These are the shock pieces that just came out of the shock. The pistons were pre-installed, and these are the O-rings that go for all four shocks. I'm going to get one together, and then I'll show you how that works. Well, here we have 4 oil-filled shocks. I should have recorded it, but this is a cartridge type shock. You build the little cartridge, you actually fill the shock from the bottom, then insert everything from the bottom. So, alright, so on the next one, I'm going to have it all back together, and we're going to compare the suspensions. Alright, so it's all back together. Put the oil kit in, made it an oil damper setup. Put the receiver for the controller. That's all in and working. So the comparison between the two, look, no more bounce. It's got some nice oil dampers as opposed to the friction shock version. Yeah, look at that. That thing's gonna hop all over the place. This one, look at that. Nice. Alright, so that's gonna end this video. We're going to run the Easy series back to back, friction versus oil. 2 different speed runs. There is a tire size difference. And then hopefully when the weather breaks, I got quite a few RCs I want to get out there, just my time off, and the weather just not lining up. So enjoy your day, guys.